Hello everybody, welcome to my pre-recorded presentation. My name is Douglas Rattmann. I come from the IT department, but my job on the surface before this was as a licensed therapist, and I have a PhD for psychology. My presentation covers conscience, so without further ado, I'll just get along with the presentation. Now, obviously, I'm pretty sure all of you know what the word conscience means, and through Oxford Dictionary, conscience can be described as an inner feeling or voice viewed as acting as a guide to rightness or wrongness of one's behavior. The funny thing about the word conscience is that sometimes it's conflated with another word called conscious. And through Oxford Dictionary again, it describes conscious as aware of and responding to one's surroundings, or just awake. Even though these two words describe entirely different things, they both come from the same word and are given similar names from the same word, which is the Latin word consciere, which means literally to be aware. So already you can start to see a link between someone being aware and someone being awake, because logically, when we sleep, we become unconscious and we don't, act alive. We go into this sort of hibernation that sort of feels like death, but it's not really death. It's just, your brain shutting off. Now, moving on to my next point, your conscience, as we all know, tells you what is right and what is wrong, and taps into the multiple areas of your brain and collects sound data, it collects visual data, it collects data from your emotions and the reactions you have in your body, and through that collection of evidence that it uses, it determines on whether something looks, sounds, or feels right or wrong. Your conscience is basically your brain. It's your neurons running through your neural pathways. Your conscience is you, and it's attached to you. Now, my next point is going to, give you sort of an answer as to what this presentation is really about, and it's going to give you questions that you're going to have to ask yourself. And that number one question is, if we have a conscience and it tells us what is right and wrong, then why do people still make mistakes? Why do people make bad decisions? If your conscience tells you what you're doing is wrong, then why do you continue doing something that you know is wrong, that you think and feel is wrong? And I think the answer to that question is very simple, and it's right in front of people's noses. People make mistakes because they sometimes ignore their conscience.